And we're going to come on down to our bolster. And look, your head is in there. Look at Ava's head. All right, so we're going to put our head down on the bolster and just start with a few deep breaths. And roll your shoulders up, back, and down. And let's start to reach our arms out and up and stretch. So we're going to inhale up, and as we bring the arms down, we're going to exhale and maybe sigh out any tension, and do that a few times. And each time, let's slowly see if we can lengthen the arms a little bit more. So that's also lengthening our back. And see if you can pause between each breath. And we're going to do that one more time. And Ava, you need your toenails cut. And then we're going to put the arms down, and let's put our hands on our ribs and just kind of feel the breath here, lengthening the hands out a little bit more, and just slowly relax. And again, we're going to pause between each breath. And as we do, and our eyes are closed, feel the right shoulder rolling down and the left shoulder rolling down, the back of the head pressing into the bolster or your pillow. And notice how the jaw begins to relax a little bit more. And let's take 3 more breaths. And it's kind of like we're blowing up a balloon. And on each exhale, feel the exhale as it goes through the head, the neck, the shoulders, the chest, all the way down through the hips, the legs, and the feet. Feel like it's a cleansing breath. And now we're going to turn our head gently to the right. Feel that stretch as the left shoulder presses down. And then bring the head over to the left a little bit, just comfortably, as the right shoulder presses down. And then back to the center with the head. And we're going to reach the arms up over our chest and hold our elbows, and start to take the elbows up over the head, and just take a few breaths here. And now feel the difference, the armpits, the shoulders, and relax the breath. And one more breath. And then we're going to release the arms out and slowly bring them all the way down, feeling that stretch through the arms and the shoulders. And then let's roll to the right side. And we're going to start to do the shoulder circles with the left arm and elbow, bending the arm, and just feel that lengthening from the ear to the shoulder. A couple more easy circles with the left arm. And start to increase that lengthening of the whole arm. And bring it all the way around slowly as you roll the chest open. And we're going to do a few more. And let's hold the arm open so we notice how gravity is helping us to open underneath the armpit, the pectoral muscle. Just let the hands and the fingers relax. And let's take a few more breaths. And now we're going to bring the arm back around and let's face the bolster with our chest and breathe. And we're going to see if we can reach our arms away from us and take a few more breaths. And 2 more breaths. And now let's bring our hands closer and we're going to press ourselves up and start to twist even more to the right, feeling that whole diagonal twist. And a couple more slow breaths. And then let's switch and we're going to turn to the other side and systematically do this side, the right side, and start with the right shoulder circles. And knees are bent comfortably. And notice right away as the head presses down how the whole right side is lengthening, the ear to the shoulder, and do a couple more shoulder circles. And now we're going to begin to open the arm even more, leading with the elbow, and roll the chest open. And it really is kind of like the sunrise as we continue to open up. And do a couple more big circles with the arm. And also noticing gravity. Let's do one more big circle. And we're unwinding tension out of our body. So we're going to hold the arm open when you're ready and feel how gravity is helping that whole right pectoral and right arm to open. And breathe. And a couple more slow breaths. And then we're going to bring the arm back around nice and gently. And when you're ready, we're going to face the chest toward our bolster and breathe. And notice the right ribs opening with each breath. And let's take 3 slow breaths. And now we're going to walk the fingers closer so we can press ourselves up. Twist a little bit more to the left. Feel that diagonal stretch, just like a rubber band. And 2 more breaths. And now we're going to turn and let's face the bolster. And we're going to do our straddle. So legs around the bolster. And first of all, just sitting comfortably, feel this position. Just notice your spine. Let's gently twist to the right as we lengthen the spine. Feel the breath coming through the whole body. And then let's twist to the other side, over to the left. And we're going to come to the center. And we're going to put our hands behind the hips, squeeze the shoulder blades closer together as we inhale and look up. And then easy does it, we're going to walk our hands forward and hinge a little bit farther forward, just where it's comfortable, just 3 breaths. Notice how gravity is helping us to continue to lengthen. And then we're going to walk our hands closer and press ourselves back up. And just notice for a second, feel the difference right away. And we're going to put our bolster on our right leg and reach toward the foot, wherever it's comfortable. Just kind of feel the stretch. And 3 more breaths. And let's slowly, slowly come back up. So we're doing this systematically. Each time we're moving, we're feeling our body change and shift. So we're taking another breath in the center, just noticing. And then let's put the bolster on our left leg, and we're going to reach toward the foot, wherever is comfortable. And breathe and feel that opening in your body. And just a couple more breaths. And let's gently come back to the center and take a breath and notice. And now we're going to take our bolster onto either our leg or the side, so we could do our side stretch. So you know your body best. I'm just going to put my elbow down here and reach the left arm over and feel that stretch and opening. So it's in a different position now. And 3 more breaths. And then we're going to slowly come back up and just notice. And then we're going to take our bolster and put it over to the other side. And as you even move the bolster, make sure you're using, navel to spine so you don't hurt your back while we're doing all this opening. Now we're going to take our right arm up and over toward the left and breathe. And a couple more slow breaths. And then gently coming back up. And just take a couple of breaths now, closing our eyes and feeling, noticing the circulation in the arms, the shoulder blades. And now we're going to transition again. So let's do another forward fold. So if you want to take your bolster in a different position, we're going to make sure that we can press the forehead down. So maybe you put your ball in front of you. So we want our head to release. You can always move it out of the way after a minute or so. But as you press the forehead down, you could feel how the whole head starts to release tension. And we're going to soften and breathe. And we're going to visualize our ribs opening, the back ribs, and the space between the ribs. And feel the exhale releasing tension. And let's take 5 slow breaths. And allow your jaw to relax, your facial muscles to relax. And then very easily, we're going to start to roll up. And again, we're going to put our hands down behind our hips. And we're going to lengthen the chest upwards. Feel that elongation. And then gently come back to the center. So we're going to keep the body moving in slow motion. Let's twist to the right. And you can keep your eyes closed, feeling this inner movement. We're following the movement of our body that's going on all the time. Then we're going to twist gently and slowly to the left, really like a dance. And then coming back to the center. And let's take a couple of breaths and just feel. And now we're going to do our back bend. So we're going to put this behind us either way. If you want it lengthwise or horizontally behind the hips, you can decide what's good for your body today and use your block for your head or your ball, whatever is comfortable. And soften the breath. So we're elongating the front of our body, the esophagus all the way down the front, and the back, opening, the shoulders rolling down, feeling the chest opening, the back of the body, and softening each breath. We're softening our hands. And with our mind's eye, we're going to feel the right thumb, the second finger, the middle finger, the ring finger, the little finger, and then the left thumb, the index, middle, ring, and little finger. And feel both hands at once. Notice the energy in your hands. There's a feeling of electricity, soft and subtle, the movement of energy. Feel the head pressing down into your ball or your block. And we're feeling across the chest and our heart center. Feeling the right shoulder and left shoulder and the pectoral muscles just gently opening as we soften and breathe. And let's take a few slow breaths. And you can feel or hear, maybe both, the whispering sound in the back of your throat. At the same time, in our solar plexus region, as it continues to open, we're bringing in beautiful energy and vitality. And as this energy comes into that whole area behind the navel, we're feeling that energy spreading throughout our body, continuing to soften everywhere so that the energy can flow through all of the channels of our body. And we're opening the heart center, and we're breathing in and out of the heart center for 3 more breaths. Now let's gently turn to our right side. And when you get over there, we're going to bring the arm over our head. Make sure your head is supported and your back is comfortable so you can breathe. And notice this movement of your body as it continues to open. This energy is allowing us to open and soften. Notice how the left ribs now can gently bring in more energy. And we'll take a few more breaths. And see if you can elongate the left arm for 2 more breaths. And now we're going to release, and let's roll to the other side systematically so you feel comfortable. And as you move, you know how you're moving. And you're supporting the head. And the right arm is over the head so we can gently release any tension along the whole right side. Softly breathing in and breathing out. Also, we're observing the difference between the right side and the left side. Noticing our patterns of tension, not judging them, just observing them. And let's continue to soften and breathe and feel the energy all through the right side, the movement of energy, and allow yourself to continue to open And let's take a few more slow breaths. And notice the length of each breath. And if we're holding on anywhere, we're going to let that go. And let's take another couple of slow breaths. Lengthen the right arm even more. And now let's turn back to the side so we could bring the right arm back down. And we're going to transition and take a couple more breaths. And then let's use our hands so we could press ourselves up again. And we're going to straighten our legs in front of us. And let's put the bolster on our legs. And first of all, just close your eyes and feel that. So it's this nice, gentle weight on the legs, this feeling of being grounded. As the spine lengthens, the legs and hips press down. We're going to let the right ear come toward the right shoulder. And just soften and breathe. And let's try the other side. So we can have our head going over to the left ear toward the left shoulder, and soften and breathe. And we're going to come back to the center. And let's try hinging forward. So wherever you're comfortable, again, you could put the ball or the block underneath the forehead so that the forehead presses down. And that helps to release any tension in the neck. And soften and breathe a little bit more deeply. And this will help release more tension, even in the belly, because the belly is a little bit crushed. So we're consciously bringing in deeper breaths, and we're going to take 5 slow breaths. And it's kind of like the bellows of the fire. So as you're using the bellows, it's just like that with those lower lungs. Now we're going to gently just come all the way up. Head comes up last, so it's not too abrupt. Let's put our hands down behind our hips again. And we're going to slowly lengthen the head up and open the chest again. And then very gently come back to the center. We're going to move the bolster out of the way. And let's come on down to our back. And we're going to bend the knees. So our knees are going to face the ceiling. And now we're feeling the whole back pressing into the mat. the firmness and the boundary that's underneath us. Notice the feeling in the facial muscles. And let's do a little bit of movement with our hands on our face, a little bit of a massage. Wherever your hands are being led, maybe your scalp, maybe your facial muscles, the ears, the jawline. And a few more breaths as we do this, relaxing the jaw even more. And let's take 3 more breaths. And now we're going to put our thumbs underneath the eyebrows so they're together, and then slowly move the thumbs away underneath the eyebrows and relax the jaw. And try that one more time. So we're using pressure to press up into that ridge and out to the side underneath. And now we're going to bring our arms down and feel. Just notice the difference in your facial muscles. And feel that complete breath as it comes into the belly, the mid-chest, and the upper chest. And let's start to slowly do our pelvic tilts and press the back down and pause and then release. So we're going to go very slowly here. Eyes are closed, and do a couple more, just noticing the space in that low back as you press it down, that curvature of our spine. And just one more. And start to lift the hips a ½ inch, squeezing everything together. And just notice what's pressing down, and then very slowly release as you roll the back down, that curved back down. And we're going to try it again. So we're feeling the whole length of the curve. Most of the time we don't even know we have a curve. So feel it as you do this. And this time we're going to lift the hips an inch as we bring the navel to the spine. Notice what's pressing down, what part of your back. And then slowly rolling it back down again. The whole way down, we're feeling that curve. And the sacrum. We're going to do it again. This time we're lifting up. After you get there, we're going slowly, lifting a little bit higher. So we're feeling a different part of our back. Take another breath. And gently lowering down. So for most of us, we have tension in this area of our back. This is just a great thing to do if you're ever feeling that tension in the back. We're going to try one more and go a little bit higher. And take your time. So as we notice where our tension is, we're just going to breathe into it. And this part of our back takes a lot of tension throughout the day. Let's lift even higher and pause, and then even higher and pause. And one more time, we're going to lift and pause, really squeezing everything in. And then super slowly, starting to roll down, but noticing how we're pressing the back down. So that we're ironing out any tension in that low back. And just feel and take a couple more breaths, just neutrally. Feet are still on the mat. And so now we're going to lift our hips and we're going to slide either the bolster or your block or your ball underneath the back. And we're going to rest the sacrum in the back on that and take a few breaths, just noticing. Lifting the chest, rolling the shoulders down so that the chest is opening as well. And the chin is slightly tucked. Feel how the breath is slow and long. And now we're going to keep our left foot on the mat. We're going to bring the right knee toward the chest, lengthen the legs straight up, and extend all the way through the heel on the way down, super slowly. And when you get to the end, just put the foot down. And you can really notice how we're working with gravity all the time. And then let's try the left leg. Knee toward the chest, lengthen the leg up, and extend. And the slower you go, you can really have a greater respect for gravity. Because we're always working with gravity. We don't even figure that one out. So let's put the foot down. We're going to do one more to each leg. Right knee in, leg up. Feel the mechanics of this movement. Extend through the heel. And notice where you feel the difference in the leg as you keep lengthening it away from you. And then we're going to switch and we're going to do the last one with the left knee in, lengthen the leg up and extend through the heel. And then the foot comes down. So take a breath here, and then we're going to cross the right foot over the left thigh and allow the hip to gently open. So as we soften the leg, we're just going to allow it to be exactly where it is. As we breathe, we're not gripping anything. We're just noticing that inner movement. And a couple more breaths. And then let's shift the knees a little bit to the left. So we're going to find a spinal twist wherever you're comfortable. Again, gravity is helping us out here. We're just giving in to gravity. And softening the breath. And our spine is a miracle. All the directions it can move. And we're allowing it to express itself. Now we're going to shift the legs back slowly, slowly to the center. And then uncrossing. Take a breath. And let's try the other side. Left foot over the right thigh. And allow that left hip to gently open. And we're observing this opening. Now let's gently roll the knees, just roll them over to the right a little bit. And as they're rolling over there, we're just observing where we're holding the tension, softening and breathing, and taking another couple of breaths. And as we go slowly like this, we can feel the inner movement happening in our body. And we'll gently bring the legs back, slowly to the center. And then we're going to uncross and take a deep breath. And now let's bring our legs straight up and just relax the legs wherever they are. They don't have to be straight. Soften the feet and the right toes and the left toes. And we're observing how the tension is being released from the hips and the legs and the feet. And the energy is flowing into the heart, into the throat, into the thyroid and the brain. The fingers are soft. And notice now in this stillness, the energy in your body. The space between the inhale and the exhale. Feel the inner movement in the body. Observe. We're feeling our heartbeats and giving thanks for our heartbeats, our breath, the blood circulation, revitalizing each cell and each molecule. Feeling the softness in our hands and all of the work these hands do in our everyday life, giving thanks for our hands and giving thanks for our whole body. And we're going to take a few more soft breaths in and out. let's gently and slowly begin to bend the legs. And we're going to bring our feet back down on the mat, but just feel. We're going to lift the hips up, and we're going to reach or move that bolster away from us and put the bolster underneath the back of our legs and breathe. Noticing once again the inner movement of our body. The energy coming into every cell and molecule for good health, for harmony, for all of our cells, all of our molecules. We're feeling the back of our head pressing down and the releasing of any tension in our head, our facial muscles, and our jaw. And let's take one more breath. And let's roll to the side. And take another couple of breaths. And using the hands, we're going to gently press ourselves up so our head comes up last. And let's sit on our bolster or our block or our ball. And we're going to sit cross-legged. And our palms are facing up on our lap. And we're feeling. Once again, feeling that soft inhale and the soft exhale. Notice that 3-part breath again, as the breath comes into the belly, opens the ribs, and gently lifts the upper chest. Feel each vertebrae, one stacked on the other. Now we're going to take a gentle twist to the right and take another couple of breaths, feeling the release in the spine, the difference in the spine. And then let's try it on the other side. We're twisting to the left, breathing and noticing. And we're going to come back to the center and do our side stretch, right hand down, and the left arm reaches over. You can allow the head to come over to the right. And let's slowly go to the other side. Again, pressing the hand down as we lift up. Left hand down and right arm comes over in slow motion. And one more breath. And let's gently come back to the center. And we're going to bring our hands together to our heart. So the thumbs are pressing into the sternum. And we're noticing how our spine is lengthening as we breathe. And with your mind's eye, trace the shape of your body. With each breath, we're wishing ourselves good health and harmony to each cell and molecule, peace for our homes, our families, and our communities. And just like that great web, wishing peace for our brothers and sisters everywhere. We are all connected, just like the roots of the trees. Let's take a deep inhale and exhale peace. One more time. Namaste. Thank you, ladies, for coming today to our favorite class.
Our favorite
so
class,
much.
and it's snowing here. It's snowing. Yeah, it's a beautiful, just a light dusting. It's so pretty.
Oh, I bet it's beautiful.
Yep, I'm just not going out in the car today. That's all.
Just go in your hot tub, Theo.
That's right. You got it. Come on and join me.
Sounds great.
Thank
Okay,
you so much.
thank
Thank you,
you.
Marianne. That
For
was
everybody.
beautiful.
All right,
Bye-bye.
bye. Good luck,
Bye.
Carol.